recording.
So okay.
This hangout on air is live. Okay, yeah, so we're live. I think.
I never know when it starts.
Hold on, let me go check.
Okay, let me see. I always try to pull it up so I can read comments.
Okay, yeah, it is. Oh, why is it on private?
So we're live, but we're not public.
Oh gosh, what did I do? I
don't know how it works. Let's see. Maybe go into the settings of where you started it, or maybe in settings.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Man, I thought I did this right. I'm upset.
We're so close. At least we're
so
here.
Close. Yeah, at least we are here. Okay, so let me. Okay. See if I can. Oh, okay, yeah. Because my stuff is automatically like set to private, so that when I finish uploading a video, it doesn't automatically like pop up.
Gotcha. I have no idea how to do that. So
okay, so I think now it should be public.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Let's see. I have your.
Yeah, that was public.
Are we public? Yes, we are. Okay.
So let me tweet it out real quick.
We're finally starting. Is Morgan not joining us?
I don't think so. I didn't get a text message from her.
Yeah, because like haven't heard from her all day. So that's fine. I don't remember if she said she could do this day. But we can just chat about the first half ourselves.
Dude. Hold on, let me finish this. Then like, cause I got okay. Hold on, I'm gonna wait. Okay.
Maxie, do you want to come say hi? I have a new puppy. Maxie,
let me see.
I don't want to turn the camera around because the room's a mess. Hold on. Max!
Wait, where's my hangout at?
I'm sure he'll come eventually. Are you gonna say hi? Alvin, do you want to say hi? Here's my old puppy.
Your dog's name is Alvin?
This is Alvin, yeah. Max, do you want to come say hi? Yeah? Alvin sometimes gets mad. There's the new puppy, Alvin.
Oh, he's a beagle.
Max, look over here. Yeah, Alvin, calm down. Alvin gets protective and upset when Max comes near him. But it's
my dog is staring at me like I'm crazy because he's like, who are you talking to?
I think my dogs like have just realized that I talk for like to screens. I don't know. They like don't pay attention to it in the slightest and have no idea when voices are coming out of screens that there's like other humans on the line. They just like don't give a shit. Okay.
Okay. So do you want to just get started?
Yeah, we can get started. So sorry, I low-key still haven't finished it. I've been trying my best. Not because I don't like it. I just like have been a mess and busy and then didn't have time to finish it. And then I tried and then Max got an ear infection. So, you know, that's just my life. But I'm like 2/3 of the way. So I can give like what I think I'm going to rate it or like how I feel about it right now as a rating.
Yeah.
Because like,
oh gosh.
By like non-spoilery people. I'm on chapter 44. So we're in the middle, I think, of her like marriage to Harry. So at this point, I think I'm rating it like a 4 to a 4.5 because I really like EVELYN's story. And like, I think she's such an intriguing character. And I love how openly like this book talks about like a lot of different topics.
Right?
It's so open, which I really, really appreciate. My only qualm with it so far is like I'm not yet sold on Monique as a character. And I had a rough time getting immersed into it before EVELYN came into the story. So it took me a while to start it. But then once I got to EVELYN, I was like, I'm like so addicted to reading it and I just want to know what happens next. I just don't know how I feel about Monique yet. So, yeah.
I totally understand. For me personally, when I saw that her name was Monique, I was like, oh shoot, because that's my middle name. But I started reading it and I was just like, oh, okay. Okay. And then like you said, EVELYN came in and it was just like, oh.
Yeah. So like I'm waiting for something to happen with Monique that's gonna like, I don't know, really like define her. Not that she's like not defined as a character for me yet. It's just like, I don't know, something about the writing style when it's in her voice like just doesn't pull me in as much. So I'm having trouble like I don't know, being interested in her. Like all I want to be interested in is like EVELYN's story at the moment. So yeah.
Oh
also,
my gosh. Okay. So How is Reading Castle says that we haven't hit like the bang in the plot yet.
Are you done yet or no?
No.
So are you like
I literally have about 7 pages of notes on this book because literally from the point that EVELYN started telling her story, I was very much shook, right? And it kind of threw me off because I thought this was a young adult novel and it's not.
Yeah. And I also didn't know that it was like a queer novel until I saw a tweet.
Neither.
I was like, wait, this like that makes it so much better, obviously. But like I just wasn't expecting it.
But it confused me because like, okay, real quick, on the topic of like Celia, is that how you say her name? Celia? That's how I was saying it. Yeah, but like, you know how like in the beginning, like EVELYN was kind of like reminiscing on like Celia and oh man, I can't find that notebook. And I think she was saying something like she doesn't still like her, like she was gonna be like her biggest adversary. So I'm just like, even though you guys kind of, you know, went through like a semi relationship thing going on, like you still reminisce on her thinking that, oh, she was like my biggest adversary.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna end yet.
Me neither. And I'm scared.
I know. So yeah, just FYI for anyone watching who did finish it, we're gonna have a part 2 live stream since like we're not yet. And then Rhiannon's gonna join that because she was sadly unable to make it tonight. And then I assume Morgan's gonna want to join, but I haven't heard from Morgan. So I assume Morgan will join part 2.
Oh
but
my
yeah,
gosh.
that's like the book as a whole.
Okay, so going back to the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
Let's start there. We already established that Monique isn't like the most interesting character, at least not yet.
Don't feel like I know that much about her. Like I know like about her dad, and I know that like she was married / is married / husband is now
David
gone. I don't really know like why I should care
about her.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's just the writing style. I'm not entirely positive what it is because I feel like I do know things about her. I just am having trouble connecting.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's going to be something because she keeps hinting at the fact that EVELYN chose me for a reason, or EVELYN wants something, or there's like a bigger something underneath here. So I feel like there's going to be like a plot twist later on. And I don't know, because like I said, if you look at the comment section on the YouTube chat,
I know.
So in my head, I'm just like, what if like Monique is like EVELYN's like illegitimate child?
Is that possible? Wait, how old is Monique? She's 35.
Yeah.
And her daughter was 42 when she died? EVELYN's daughter?
EVELYN's what, 72, I think she said she was?
I thought it was like almost 80 or 84. I don't know. Crap.
I mean, she could have another daughter.
Potentially.
Because I don't know, because it's just like, you don't just contact some random journalist and offer her a $12 million book deal after you die.
Or maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a descendant of someone else she knows or something. Oh, I'm looking at the comment. I feel that
because like, do we know anything about her dad or who her dad is?
Monique's dad?
Yeah,
we know that he worked, like he took photographs on sets of movies. And
But
I
do
guess
we know his name?
great question. I don't know if we know his name. I can't remember.
No, not Jeb. Jeb's somebody else. I'm getting my books confused. I'm trying to read 2 books at one point, and it's not working. At the same time, it's not working.
No worries. Oh, okay.
Oh
So
my gosh, she said we're warm. We're warm. Okay. Hold on. So, yeah, like, okay. Oh my god.
Maybe, like, related to Celia? Like, I don't know.
Wait, what's her mom's name?
I don't know if we know her mom's name, but we know that her dad wasn't her dad black and then her mom was like white or something? She's biracial.
Yeah, she's biracial. I think she specified that her mom was white and her dad was black.
Yeah. So, like, and Celia was white, right? Redhead. So maybe her mom is a descendant of Celia's side? Like, I don't know.
Or Celia is her mom.
But, like...
No, that's too big of an age gap.
I feel like that would be, like... I don't know why her mom then would be in the picture unless she's, like, adopted or something. But it seems like she's pretty, like, confident that those are her parents. I don't know.
See, you said we were warm, and now we're just like trying to figure out which part was warm.
Like half of our like live streams are just theorizing things about
right.
Things. That's my favorite thing ever, but like, yeah. Oh,
see, now I'm just stressed.
Not know. Like, I need to finish this book so badly.
Yeah. Okay. On TBR. That's it. We're cutting the live stream here. We're going back to reading the book. Bye.
Yeah, but okay. Well, we're somewhere warm there, so it'll be interesting in our next live show. We can talk about how right or wrong we are.
We're probably like ridiculously wrong, but like we were almost there.
Yeah, Maxie. But yeah, but then like I don't know. You're here for theories. I wish. Theories are so fun. Max, good boy. I love theorizing about everything. It's why I love like the Marvel universe so much. But we're not going to talk about.
Oh my god.
Just yeah, theories are great. I don't know, but then like the book definitely picked up for me with EVELYN.
Yeah,
and I love EVELYN so much. Max, come on.
Me too. Like so I love how like she was introduced. Okay, one thing that I really like about this book is the fact that EVELYN is like super feminine. She knows she looks good. She uses her looks, but at the same time, not once that I've read so far has she like lost respect for herself or her worth. And I was just like, yes, queen.
I know. I love how she's like, I don't regret any of the people I slept with. Like, I regret other things. Like, I like how so far for me, like every time I've read it, like even if she didn't want to do it, like it was always her choice.
Yeah.
You know? Like she kind of like did what she had to do, which I think is like really important and like very established. Mm-hmm. Like it never felt like she like I don't know, it always felt like that was like what she wanted to do because she thought that was the best decision she could make.
Because she was like, she's like, rather than have it taken from me, I'm gonna trade it for something that I want.
Yeah, and like for some people that would be like, no, like fuck no, don't do that. But for her, she was like, it's fine. Like,
yeah,
that's what I gotta do. Like, and she was okay with it, which I think is like really important because there's not a lot of characters in books that talk about sexuality like that as something that's like some people just sleep with people, you know, like that happens in real life, and I feel like it's like rarely represented. Max, stop eating my socks. Max.
And then like on top of that, like the scenes like where there was like sexual activity going on, I was like I said, I thought I was reading a YA book. So when I read certain parts, like with the executive and like she was talking about how like his face was between her legs, I was like, whoa.
I was like, that's quick. Whoa.
Yeah.
Not a YA book, not a YA book.
I had to go look it up. I was just like, oh, okay. But it did throw me off. It threw me off like a lot because I was like, what teenager is reading this? Not that like sexuality isn't like a bad thing, but this is like a grown man like 3 times her age.
Yeah. Max, off. Ew. Off.
That's so nasty.
So much work. Max, off. Oh my lord. Anyways.
Okay, so let's discuss, what was his name? Irvin? Is that his name?
Is that the first husband are we talking about?
I think so.
I'm looking. Because it's
Yeah.
like into the parts. I don't know. I just know I love Hillary.
And I love how it's split up by husbands too.
Yeah. Like each part of her life.
Yeah. Ernie Diaz.
Yes, Ernie.
Okay. So Ernie's little section in the book was short.
It was short. It was like she was kind of saying, I need to do what I gotta do to get out of my current life situation, which honestly I respect because it was not good.
Yeah. Especially like with her dad. Like the part where she was like later on where she's like getting ready to marry Don, and she realizes that like this is like the first time like I'm doing something because I purely want to, because of my happiness. And then she was reflecting on the fact that she was like, you'll never understand what it's like to be put in a situation where you either hope that your dad doesn't like you and just continues to hit you, or he likes you too much and things might potentially escalate. I was like, that's a horrible situation to be in.
Yeah. Max. He likes to eat my books. Max, do you want to go outside, bud? Oh, he's restless. No, but yeah, definitely. Like, I thought that was like a really interesting moment for her because it's really when she kickstarted like how she was gonna make her dreams happen, kind of thing. And like, I don't know, it just really like I felt like shifted to like the person who she ends up growing into. Like that was like the defining moment for that switch to start. So I definitely get what you mean. But like I felt like that marriage like didn't go too in depth because I felt like there were like the other ones had more to talk about, I guess, in terms of like, relationship.
Because he was kind of like a stepping stool marriage. It was a stepping stool marriage, which is why it was short.
He was like, we'll just do that for a bit. And yeah. So I don't think I had too many notes during his section, if any.
I mean, aside from so I realize this is like the 1950s? Yeah.
So yeah.
Was, I guess, like the consenting age of marriage back then was 16?
I guess so.
Cause I was like, wait, he's 22, she's 15.
She did say that her dad signed papers though.
Yeah, so I guess like if you were under a certain age, but you were at a certain age, your parents would sign off on you getting married.
Yeah.
Which is weird and disturbing.
Yeah. I just like that. But I feel like there's still states like to this day that you can be like 14. It's gross.
That's
in America, like not a fan of that.
It might not be a law against that, but I feel like morals and people socially would look at that and be like, that's unacceptable. Like you have to wait until she's 18 or he's 18 and they're an adult and can decide for themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, it may be legal, but that doesn't mean we're gonna let it slide.
I was honestly like pretty surprised her dad even signed the papers.
Okay, yeah, that too. Cause I was just like, if he was gonna use her to like marry her off to somebody to get like kickback, like Ernie was definitely like not somebody that you would have married your daughter off to, because Ernie was like a grip.
Yeah.
So. Wait.
Wait.
Didn't Monique say that her dad worked as like, oh no, he took photos. Never mind. Look, I'm over here still theorizing. Gosh. Nope. I'm not even gonna think about it. Not even gonna think about it.
Okay. I wanted to hear, but that's fine.
Cause I was like, wait, didn't her dad like work like on set with like movie stars and whatnot, like behind the scenes?
Wait, he was
He was a photographer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I was like, okay. Because I was like, what if her dad is Ernie?
Oh. I don't know.
Right?
So much theorizing.
I know. Okay.
You're straight. Can't
All
keep
right,
this.
roll it back.
Well,
but yeah, I don't think that her dad like would have actually signed off on those papers. I feel like there might be more to that could have been explained, because when I read that, I was kind of just like, did he really? Why?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I was like, I mean, maybe he just didn't care. Like, I don't know. But he kind of seemed too controlling to just like do it. I don't know. It was interesting.
Or like she caught him when he was drunk or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Like when he was like in the right state of mind or wrong state of mind, but right for her. I feel like a lot of notes for the next husband for Dawn.
Oh yes. Oh god damn Don Adler. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple times where I was reading the book and like he would do or say something and I'd be like, bitch, what? I got upset.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I thought it was a really good representation of kind of like how those types of relationships tend to go, like how it always seems great at the beginning and then it slowly turns into something really toxic and not good, not healthy. Yeah. And like I thought it was interesting how the author, like obviously having done research, was like kind of made a comment of like, yeah, like this stuff happened a lot and everyone just kept their mouths shut because like women during the time weren't treated well.
Yeah, like when she asked like the makeup lady to come in and she was like, oh, did you fall? And she was like, to this day I never know if she was like trying to keep me from lying or if she was helping cover it up. And I was like, it's sad that she couldn't tell.
Yeah. So I don't know, I just made a note about that. I was like, I think that's like a really interesting part, something like really interesting for the time, like to include that. And like I feel like there's a lot of research because like women were treated pretty poorly.
But what's weird is the fact that apparently like divorce wasn't like a big issue then, but spousal abuse was. And so I was just like, okay, I realized that like when it comes to like spousal abuse, like you get into like this cycle of, oh, he's not going to do it again. But she does come to a point where she realizes, okay, I can't believe him anymore. And she got divorced from, what was his name? Ernie, like that quick, because Harry was like, here, I'll get you the papers and get you a lawyer and you can get divorced. And I was like, why weren't we moving this quickly with Dawn?
Yeah, I think like I guess there was more on the line because like Dawn was also an actor and it was doing a lot for the movies. And then also just like it's hard, I feel like, if you're a victim in a relationship like that because or you survive a relationship like that because like it's hard to admit that it happens, you know?
Yeah.
So like I bet like that's like a lot, there was a lot of different factors playing into that. And I don't know, I feel like divorce was a bigger issue than this book makes it seem like. Because like she was supposed to be kind of like scandalous and like very out there, you know, daring and whatever. So like,
I mean, it is technically scandalous because she had her first divorce before 18, and then she divorced a big movie star because he was being abusive.
Yeah.
But
do they know that he was?
Oh, go ahead.
They don't know that he was being abusive when she divorced him, though. But yeah. I also just made a note about how much I love Harry. I hope that doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to mention him.
I love Harry so much, and I'll talk more about that later. Because, like, wait, how far are you again?
Oh yeah, I'm way past that. We can talk about him.
Did you read his marriage part?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, are you talking about when he went to Dawn and Collette's wedding?
No.
No? Okay, never mind then.
What?
Spoiler.
Can I just say I love Harry and I love their friendship, and it's just
Go for it. Talk about it. I will be okay.
It better not be ruined because I love them so much. Like, they're such platonic goals. I can't.
Yes. And I like the fact that he just kind of like very subtly told her, "Oh, I'm gay" at her wedding.
I know. And she was like, "Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, cool." Yeah.
Which is a huge thing because this is the 1950s and people were not super progressive about stuff like that back then.
Yeah, definitely not. And it was like, I don't know, just like such a big sign that he could trust her with that, because like during that time, I think, I don't know, they make comments that like feel like it was still illegal or something like that back then, or you were as good as going to go to prison if you were.
It probably wasn't illegal, but it was probably like super frowned upon.
Yeah, I don't know. In some places it used to be illegal, I know. So I don't know if it was where they were, but yeah. But
They're in California, right?
Yeah, they must be in California. I don't know if it was ever illegal in California. I don't know enough about that history, but like,
probably was in California, I think. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yeah, but California's pretty progressive, but back then nowhere was progressive about LGBT type issues. So who's to say? But I don't know. It just felt so good that like he trusted her like that, and she was just like, whatever, even back then.
Mm-hmm. And then like later on, like when she and Celia started, you know, macking, and she just casually told him that, yeah, me and Celia might be like you too.
Yeah. Hey, shh. Quiet. Buddy. Hold on, I'm gonna let him out of my bedroom.
Okay.
Get out. Out.
But yes, I suspect that this is going to be a 5-star read because right now I'm enjoying it. Slightly tripping, but still enjoying it.
Oh, yeah. I really am intrigued. I really want to know why Monique is such a big deal so badly.
Me too.
I want to be invested in her. Like, I really do. In my heart, I really want it. I'm just not. That sucks.
It's like she is not interesting enough for me to care.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, she's just kind of there.
Mom, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about her and her mom. I just want to hear about EVELYN. Like, not that moms aren't cool, because they totally are. Go mom. Yeah. Just like, I don't care about her mom.
like we're here for the drama.
And then in terms of how is EVELYN's relationship where I'm at, I'm in the middle of her relationship with Harry, which is mentioned in the beginning, Deja.
Yeah.
It's as one of the things that like she's known for.
Which is weird that they got married considering that she knows that he's gay and nah.
I can't wait for you to get to that part and talk about it.
Oh my god, see now I'm stressed again.
No, it's cool. But yeah, so far she's like pretty okay, but I know shit's gonna go down soon because it never stays okay for that long. So.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. But I love Harry. I really do. And then I don't know.
Man, who else was an interesting character?
Who?
I'm trying to think of any other characters that I thought were interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have my notebook. Never mind. Also, hold on.
I'm afraid to talk about Celia at the moment just because I don't want to spoil things.
Go for it.
Spoil things?
Do it.
Well, okay, I guess like you got to her and Celia's argument, right?
I got to what?
You get to her and Celia's argument or no?
No.
Okay, then we won't talk about that. I don't want to.
No, talk about it.
Huh?
Talk about it.
Talk about it next time.
Oh, okay. So, okay, there was like a part like in the beginning where she was just like, I realized that I don't need like guys or like sex to like be satisfied. And at first I was just like, she might be, I don't know, she might be pansexual. Maybe. I don't know. Right? We know she likes girls and guys, but I was like, the fact that they made that particular comment, I was just like,
Are you pan?
Right?
I feel like, I mean, they do make a statement in here somewhere that like she is coming out as like bisexual, but like for the time, you know how like gender identity is very new, like newer than like gay, lesbian, bi, you know, like even bisexual. I think during the time that like this would have taken place was not a very well-known term. So like it'd be hard to say because pansexual is an even newer term. Like whether if she was in like the now, whether she would identify as bi or pan or what over the other. Because like I think you could potentially read that as her being pan, even though they make the statement that like she is coming out as bi. But it's like hard to know. Because like that's not really a term.
Huh?
Because like pansexual wasn't really a term back when she was figuring out sexuality. Evelyn.
But like it was a term when this book was written, so it's possible that the author was just like, yeah, this is how she is, but like of course like in the 1950s they didn't have that as a term.
Exactly. It'd be interesting to like ask the author if she like it's a girl, right? I think it's a female author.
Yeah, Taylor.
Whether she intended for her to be bi or pan or what. But yeah.
What else? I think that was it. Like besides from me like ranting and raving in my notes about Dawn.
Dawn is an asshole. I can't with
He's
him.
a child.
He can go
right?
down. I don't even care.
She was like, when he's successful, he's kind, but when he's like losing, that's when he gets all angry. I was like, oh, so he's throwing a temper tantrum, basically.
Yeah, but like he obviously has a like stuff he struggles with. Like I do think like I don't know if you've gotten to it yet, but they do say like he's like an alcoholic, blah blah blah. So
and then like his issue with his parents
with that like make it like more, you know, like they make it pretty large episodes of things, but
yeah, it's not an excuse, but it's just like, okay. But I will say that the fact his parents, right, are ridiculously controlling. The fact that they didn't even get to plan their own wedding, one thing. And then he said that when he was growing up, he was taught that fame equals power. I was like, yeah, when you like raise a child with a mentality like that, they're gonna grow up with some issues. Not all the time, but for the most part, yeah, because they're gonna be like, this is the theme I need to live by. And you being a controlling parent is not helping at all.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like he's a product of kind of like a good representation of kind of what can happen when you grow up in that like kind of celebrity environment or with that type of household where with those types of expectations. And so in like kind of what that can lead to. I think it's a good example, but like he obviously has things he's struggling with. It needs to figure out because of like being a product of that environment.
Yeah.
So I feel like he was a really important character to include.
Mm-hmm.
And like definitely like that type of experience, I'm sure happened like again, like we were saying, like it happened often during that time. So it's definitely an important part of like Evelyn growing up during that time, growing up in that or like growing into her career in that environment, blah blah blah. Very important stuff. Even though he's an asshole and he can go die. But it's important that he's there. Yeah.
And I like let's keep in mind that like everybody that she's married thus far has been quite a few years older than her.
Yes.
That's another thing that was kind of tripping me out because I was thinking back to when I was like, you know, between the ages of 15 and 19. I was like, I would not have wanted to get married. I was most definitely not thinking about sex. Still am not. Oh my God, English. And I was like, some of the things that she does at her age is like ridiculously mature, and I think that's a product of her environment. But there were like times where she would do something or she would say something, and I would be like, would an actual like 17-year-old say that? But then I think about what she's like been through. I'm like, it's possible, because some people have to grow up quickly.
Yeah, I think that she definitely had to grow up quickly in the house that she was in, experiencing her mom's death at a young age and then having to live with her father. Like, I think she had to mature quickly out of desperation. So, like, to me, like, it made sense that she was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get out of here, because like she was at what she thought was like the worst it could be. So she's like whatever. And I guess she like didn't feel like it was that bad, you know? Like she was like, sure, I'll get married to you and I'll have sex with you so I can leave and go like actually start my life.
Yeah.
Fair trade. Which I think is also why she's like, I don't regret any of that. Like, there's other things I regret, but I don't regret that, you know?
She was like, you can be sorry and not regret what you did.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I like the part where she was like, I'm from Hell's Kitchen, asshole. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, that's not a healthy relationship. But go you for sticking up for yourself.
Right?
Yeah, I love her. She's such a badass. Like, she always sticks up for herself, which, like, it's great. Like, I feel like she always stays true to herself, or she does what she has to do, which is, like, her nature. Like, I'm going to do what it takes to get what I want. Even if it might not be morally right. Like, I'm going to do it. Which is respectable.
Because it's just, like, at the end of the day... Huh?
I was just going to say, like, it's not like she's really doing anything illegal. Like, it's all her choices.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like she's not doing it out of spite. She's doing it out of desperation.
Yeah. Like, it's all about self-preservation for her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes it so interesting. Even though a lot of it is, like, morally, like, I probably wouldn't do that. But, like...
Yeah, I think that's another thing that this book really hits for me, is that even though, like, she does, like you said, do questionably moral stuff, you don't think she's a bad person for doing it.
Yeah. Like, it's really understandable why. Like, I feel like the reasons make sense. Like, even if you don't agree with it, you can completely see why she does it. So, that's, like, important. Just as, like, as a writer, like, that makes me so happy. To be able to like, understand every
character.
Yeah, because, like, she's so complex and, like, it's so fleshed out. Like her complexities can easily be seen. Like, everything she does happens for a reason, and it all just makes sense. It's so gratifying.
It is.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I would like to talk about?
For the section that we've both read.
Huh?
I feel like that's it for the section that we've both read so far.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I probably am, but we have part 2 if we're forgetting something.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Rhiannon has a lot to say. Like, I
yeah.
feel it in my bones. She has so much to talk about here. And, like, I have more to talk about it next part because you haven't read it yet. So it'd be
her initial transformation in the EVELYN HUGO.
Oh. Like, when she turns
like dyed her hair, got the haircut, the brows, and everything.
Yeah. That was, like, I don't know, it was kind of sad.
It was, because they were just like, oh, you're Mexican. She's like, I'm Cuban. They were like, same difference. I was like, no, it's not.
So, yeah, I really, like, felt sad for her, and I don't think she really cared at the time. She's like, I'm gonna do what it takes. Like, I've already married and had sex with this guy at a young age. Like, who cares if I dye my hair and change my last name? Like,
yeah.
You know? But there's a part later, I don't know if you've gotten to it, but it's not a huge deal, where she hires Luisa. Have you read that part yet?
Is that the...
She's like the new maid, not the one from when she was with Dawn. I don't know when she hires her. But, like, Luisa speaks Spanish, and then she, like, overhears what Luisa says.
This is when they're in, okay, no, I know.
Oh, well, it's just interesting in that part. It's not a huge deal. So, like,
yeah.
I'll talk about it.
I knew she had a maid. I was just like, yeah.
it was like she overheard her speaking Spanish, and then like that was the moment she realized that she had like completely dissociated from a ton of her Cuban like heritage by that initial transformation into Evelyn Hugo. So I thought that was really interesting. But we can talk about more of that next time too.
Yeah. Like even when she went to when they went to Puerto Vallarta, and she didn't know whether or not she should speak Spanish to the locals, and I was like, oh dang.
Like it's just so sad. Like because like during that time, immigrants are like being different, you know, diversity. I mean, it's still a problem now, but it was like really a problem back then. Like it was bigger, I guess, because like it was in more areas. Like it didn't really matter where you were. Like I remember, side note, I'm Mexican and my grandparents are Mexican. And I remember my grandma telling me about like one time when her and her husband, who were both Mexican, were trying to get an apartment, and then like they called and they're like, yeah, it's open, and then they went to go get it, and then they're like, oh, just kidding, like it's taken, and like they couldn't get the apartment. So like that, like when she made that transformation, it kind of reminded me of that, like of how she wasn't going to get the opportunities unless she basically made herself white.
Basically.
And it's just sad, you know, that like that's what she had to do. Like she couldn't do it being like her authentic self and like being able to connect to her heritage. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. It's like a really sad point, but definitely like important to the time, like very realistic to the time.
Yeah.
Just sad, really sad.
So I think that is it.
I think that's it for part 1 of our discussion. Hopefully next time Rhiannon will be able to join so she can talk about her stuff. We'll have finished the book by then, right, Daisha?
We will be ready.
I like
to figure out what this big twist is at the end and be shook.
I know. I want to know what it is after Hell's Reading Castle, which by the way, your username's really cool. It's like Hell's Moving Castle. Anyways, you're making me want to know that so badly. So badly. So
right, it's just like when she said, "Oh, you haven't even hit the bang yet." I was just like, "Oh God, no!"
There's so much happening already. Yeah,
like I'm not ready.
And also, I think are we picking another book for August? Make sure to follow the Hot Mess Book Club Twitter, because that's where we'll have a poll for our next book, as usual.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll know by our next part 2 live show what our next book will be. Yeah.
All right. Seems like that's about it.
Our short guys. One was like 45 minutes long.
Yeah, this was supposed to be short. It wasn't. We tried.
We tried.
We get sidetracked.
We just have fun talking. It's fine.
We did.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. And
thank you guys.
Part 2. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.